Good afternoon. Today is the 27th of November and it's time for our monthly look at the top 10 best-selling cars of October 2023. So as we've been doing now since late 2018, I think it is, we will look at the top 10 sort of cars with the most registrations from the last month. I will use the term sales and registrations interchangeably because it's a bit easy for me to say sales and registrations, but it is really registrations because you can order a car and put a deposit down on it and it may not arrive for some time. So it's actually registrations, but we'll call them sales. It's been an interesting month once again. Fortunately, we are seeing an increase in comparison with, well, many other sort of sectors of the industry. And yes, the sales of new cars in October 2023 were around the same as they were in 2018, which is actually pretty good. The best year for a long time was 2016. And I think that Brexit has had some sort of impact on the new car market. It looks like it, 17, 18 were about the same level as October 23. So yes, and then obviously the coronavirus pandemic and other things. 20, even like 19, 20, 21 and 22 were far lower. So we're 40% up on last year. So that's good. First of all, we'll look at the mix in terms of the power source of the cars that were sold last month. Unsurprisingly, the forbidden fuel diesel, we don't talk about it on my channel, actually only made up 3.4% of the market last month. It had made up in October 2022 4.7%. Such a change of that is actually about 17.1 down. Number of cars sold compared with October 2022 was 5,261, and last year 6,347. Petrol still pretty strong. Now there's been a change in the market share, but that doesn't mean the number of sales has gone down. It just means that more cars overall were sold and the sale of petrol cars hasn't kept up with the market. So October 2022 42.4%, last month 40.6%. Percentage change was 9.3%, so the growth just isn't quite keeping up with the market. The difference between October 2022 and October 2023, last year 57,000 cars were sold, last month was 62,000. Mild hybrid forbidden fuel, not a lot of difference really here. Similar story with petrol cars. The number of sales actually increased by 10%, but the market share is down a little bit because it's not kept up with the market, which overall is about 14.3%. So the market share in 2022 was 4.1, it's now 3.9, and number of cars sold has gone from 5,500 to 6,000. Mild hybrid petrol, now this has kept pace a little bit, but not as much as you would actually expect. Percentage change in number of cars sold is driven by other alternative fuel sources. So mild hybrid petrol, this is a type of hybrid, but it's not a standard hybrid or plug-in hybrid. It's a mild hybrid. There's all sorts of different manufacturers make these now: Volkswagen, Ford, Kia, Hyundai, loads of people. Suzuki. So this has gone from 15.6% of the market last year to 14.4. This change is about 5.5 up. The only market segment is in decline is forbidden fuel, no surprise. And number of cars sold last month was 22,000 compared with 21,000 in October 2022. Battery electric vehicles, not the biggest percentage change actually. So the growth is actually slowing, and that's reflected in the fact that prices of second-hand electric cars are in total free fall at the moment. The market's massively oversupplied with them at present. But market share has still gone up slightly from 14.8 to 15.6%, which is 20%. Last year, about 20,000 cars were sold. Last month, about 24,000. Plug-in hybrids. Percentage change of this is remarkable. Why? I don't know at all. I'm not really sure. So it's gone from 6.6% of the market to 9.3%. That's a 60.5% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 9,000 to 14,000, which is massive. Standard hybrids, Toyota calls, I think, self-charging hybrids, which is absolute nonsense at all. Absolute utter nonsense. Like, all hybrids, involve a degree of self-charging. So I call them standard or full hybrids is the terms that I would use for that. The market share has gone from 11.7% to 12.7%. Percentage change is 24.6%. Number of cars sold has gone from 16,000 to 20,000, which is good. Now look at the sales mix in private, business and fleet sectors. The business sector is absolutely tiny in this country. It only makes up now 2% of the market. Market share has gone from 2.8 last year to last month, which is a 15% decrease. Number of cars sold has gone from 3,700 to 3,100. Private, that remains smaller than the fleet sector, which is traditionally how it is in this country. Market share has actually decreased with private sales from 47% to 41%, which is interesting, really. So percentage change in number of cars sold has gone very slightly by 0.3%, but overall the market is up by 14.3%. So there's very little difference in number of cars sold. It remains around 63,000. Fleet, big change, double the normal change. So about 29%. Market share has gone from 51% to 57%. Number of cars sold has gone from 68,000 to 88,000, which is remarkable, really. So we'll go now on to the thing that you actually clicked on the video for, which is the top 10 bestsellers of last month. First place is the Ford Puma, about 4,800. Second place, the Mini, 3,800. Third place, the Corsa, which actually is not probably going to be the best-selling car of this year. It just isn't. There's too many others in competition. It's 3,450, something like that. Next one, Polo, which is 3,430. Very close with the course of the Polo last month. Only been to one series for some reason. I don't quite know why that's not in the top 10 for the year so far. But yeah, within two sales of the Polo in fifth position, 3,424. Then the Kia Sportage, two sales down in the chart from the one series in sixth position, 3,422. Really close between 4, 5, and 6. That's just 4 sales separating them. Then the Peugeot 2008, not quite sure why particularly. Maybe there were some good deals on it last month. Or whether they were actually, booked to be sold. For 3,145. The Audi A3, which actually is in the top 10 for the year so far, 3,112. The Audi A3 outsells the Volkswagen Golf and the Vauxhall Astra. Why is that considered to be a premium car when they sell more of them than a Golf and an Astra? You tell me. Oh, and a Focus, all 3 of those. Ford Kuga, 2,948 in 9th position. And a Volvo XC40, which is actually a stranger top 10 at all, really. 2,577. So let's now look at the favourite part of the video that I have, which is looking at how each individual manufacturer is doing in the UK market. So let's look at Abarth, because they're always the first. This is alphabetical order. Not going very well. Their only model on sale in this country, as far as I know, is a version of the Fiat 500e, I've heard it's nice to drive and everything, but it's not really a massive market for that at the moment. I wouldn't have thought. They're very expensive for what they are, those cars. So, percentage change is 75% down. Market share has dropped from 0.23 to 0.05. Number of cars sold has gone from 313 to 79. Alfa Romeo, by contrast, another Stellantis brand, 50% up. That may be due to a Tonale. I have driven a Tonale, actually. If you look on the slightly shambolic SMMT reviews playlist, you will see the review of the Tonale. The number of cars sold has gone from 105 to 121. Market share remains the same at about 0.08%. Alpine, not really much to say here. They've had a variation number of cars sold, but that variation is 13 to 16. Not much to say. Audi, on the other hand, massive brand in this country now. They have the top selling family hatchback in this country now, which is the Audi A3. It's completely insane, absolutely, utterly insane. But Audi was supposed to be a premium brand, has the top selling car, more than a Focus, Astra or Golf. What strange times we live in. 24% up. Market share has gone from 7.6 to 8.2. Number of cars sold has gone from about 10,000 to about 13,000. Bentley decreased to 25%. Not a massive change really. The number of cars sold has gone from 141 to about 106, and that's sort of 0.1 to 0.07. BMW, traditionally quite a strong player in the market. The 1 Series has done well in the last month. So 22% increase. Market share has gone from about 7% to 7.3. Number of cars sold has gone from about 9,200 to about 11,200. BYD, nothing to compare it against yet. We'll have to see. Citroën, down by 11%. Maybe that new C3 can reverse the fortunes for them slightly. I don't know. Market share has gone from about 2.1% to about 1.6. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,800 to 2,500. Cupra seem to be doing sort of okay, I suppose. 64% increase. Market share has gone from 1.15 to 1.64. Number of cars sold has gone from 1,500 approximately to 2,500. Dacia, you'd have thought that at times like this, Dacia would be doing really well, but I just don't think they can get hold of the cars that they need. I think everything sells at list or above list, actually. Good cars. I drove a Jogger early on this year on the channel, and it was superb, really. 4% increase. Market share has gone from 1.3 to 1.2 because not keeping pace with the market. Number of cars sold has gone from 1,800 to 1,843, really. DS, another Stellantis brand. 57% decrease. Market share has gone from 0.4 to 0.15. Number of cars sold has gone from 539 to 234. Not great. Fiat, though, is even worse. Another Stellantis brand. They kind of do sort of need some new models to sell, and they don't really have too many quite yet. You can't just keep re-badging Fiat 500 as hybrids and things like that and just fiddling on with trim levels and colours and expect people to buy them anymore, I don't think. 57% decrease. Market share has gone from 1.9 to 0.7. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,500 to 1,000. It's not very good, sadly. Ford, 9% decrease. Yeah, well, no more Fiestas, so that might be something to do with it. Market share has gone from 10% to 8%. Our number of cars sold has gone from 13,000 to 12,000. And what a surprise. If I look at the statistics, Audi have outsold Ford. I think that might be the way that it goes, unfortunately, yes. Genesis had a relatively good month considering how small they are in this country. They're very good cars. I just don't know why they didn't sell more of them, but it's all to do with brand recognition, isn't it? 106% increase. Market share has gone from 0.05 to 0.1. 72 cars sold, 150. Very good. Aura, not massive brand in this country. I think the only one they sell is the Funky Cat over here, and that's not really a mainstream car yet. They only sold 92 of those last month, compared to 42 last year, which are probably all press cars. Honda, with all their sort of new models, the ENY1 and the ZRV that are new. I like the look of a ZRV. In fact, the HRV and ZRV, I think, and the new Civic are very nice looking cars indeed. 21% decrease. The market share has gone from 1.7 to 1.2. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,250 approximately to about 1,750. Hyundai, quite a strong brand over here, but not as strong as their colleagues over at Kia. 9% increase. Market share has gone down very slightly from 4.2 to 4. Number of cars sold has gone from 6,000 to about 6,200. Ineos, not really anything to compare against. Jaguar, quite a good month for Jaguar for some reason. Maybe they're having sort of an event where they clear out the stock of this sort of car they don't want to sell anymore and become like an electric only brand. That's what they're trying to do, I think. So 286% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 375 to about 1450, and the market share is now 0.9. It was just 0.3. Jeep, so 161% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 100 to 261, and the market share has gone from 0.07 to 0.17. Maybe that new Jeep Avenger has something to do with it. Kia, very similar sales figures to Hyundai, but a little bit more. Kia tends to sell better over here for some reason. I drove the Exceed. It was at the SMMT event, and that's on the channel as well. But Exceed's actually pretty good car, to be honest. I would prefer to drive a Seed SW. It's more sort of me, but the Exceed was good. 13% increase, so just below the market average. And number of cars sold has gone from 6,000 to about 6,800. And the market share is staying about the same at about 4.5%. Land Rover, not quite as good as Jaguar, but still very respectable. 40% increase. Market share has gone from 2.4 to 2.98. Number of cars sold has gone from 3,300 to 4,600. Very good. Lexus, also a very good month for them. With that new electric SUV is doing well for them. 51% increase. Percentage of the market's gone from 0.57 to 0.75. Number of cars sold has gone from 767 to 1157. Maserati, it's really not much to say about them. Maxus, 000 all the way around. I don't know what it's doing in there. Mazda, 15% down for some reason. They make some really good cars, Mazda. Yeah, I don't know what was happening there. So, yeah, not 1.6% of the market down to 1.2. Number of cars sold from 2,200 to about 1,800. Mercedes, 2% down. Not bad at all, really. Nothing like BMW or Audi in terms of number of sales, but still quite a lot. So 6,000 has gone on to 5,900, and the market share has consequently dropped from 4.5 to 3.8. MG, of course, an increase, and it's about double what the market rate is. So 4,750 up to about 6,100. Market share has increased from 3.5 to 3.96, which means they've outsold Mercedes and a lot of other brands as well. Are they on the same level as Hyundai? Yeah, they're just below Hyundai MG now. Isn't that insane? All those things I used to say about them back in the day when MG were really just sort of no one, and it looks like whatever reason, people have listened to what they've been saying and bought their cars. Mini, 22% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 3,700 to 4,500. Market share has gone from 2.75 to about 3%. Nissan down for some reason, not sure why. The Qashqai is still doing really well. Micra's no longer on sale. Maybe that's something to do with it, I don't know. 26% down, 5% of the market to 3.3. Number of cars sold from 6,800 to 5,000. Peugeot, a very good month for Peugeot, 26% up. and 4.2% of the market to 4.6. Number of cars sold gone from 5,600 to 7,100. Polestar down for some reason. I don't quite know why. They do have only 2 models in the range. It's all electric, so I don't know. Maybe that's something to do with it. Not sure. 30% decrease. Market share has gone from 0.8 to 0.5. Number of cars sold from 1,100 to 750. Porsche, very good month for Porsche. 65% up. Number of cars sold has gone from 1,200 to 2,000. Market share means 0.9 to 0.13. Renault, very good. Maybe due to the new Austral. I really would like to drive a new Austral. I've driven a Capture, and that was actually the most successful video of the entire year on the channel. Yes, people keep telling me what they think does well. It's actually a 2022 Renault Capture that's the best video of the entire year. So there we go. 57% up. Market share's gone from 2% to 2.8. It's funny that like MG massively outsells Renault now, and Seat, and Skoda. Who would have thought it? So yeah, that's good for them, I suppose. 4,400 is very respectable compared with 2,800 last year. Seat, 53% up. Market's gone from 1.1 to 1.5. Not quite sure why that is. There's some good cars Seat. I've had a couple of Seats and they've been good. So the number of cars sold has gone from 1,500 to 2,300. Skoda, always a better seller over here than Seat. 37% up. 3% of the market to 3.7. Number of cars sold has gone from 4,100 to 5,700. Smart still not really on tap, but I was offered the opportunity to drive a Smart #1 a couple of months ago, but I just didn't feel that I wanted to. Don't know why. SsangYong, though, I did. I drove 2 new SsangYongs at the event in September. And actually, at the time of recording this, the final one I drove, the Corando Electric, that is actually going up quite soon. So you can see what I thought of that. A very, very delayed car. First launched in 2021 and really not big sales. Not big sales really SsangYong at all last month, though. So 8% down. Market share's gone from 0.12 to 0.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 166 to 153. Hopefully that will increase a bit. And we got Subaru. So that's actually a lot worse than SsangYong. 47% down. I wonder why Subaru even bother selling cars over here, really. They don't have the presence in this country at all like they do in Australia and in North America. So they only make up 0.6% of the market, and they only sold 89 cars last month. Contrasted with Suzuki, who are massively up, 96% increase. They sold 2,000 cars as opposed to 1,000 cars, and the market has gone from 0.75 to 1.3. Tesla, very strange. The vote clearly came in this month because all Teslas are registered by the UK arm of Tesla Motors. They're not registered by franchises of dealers. So when the shipment comes in, that's sort of it. They don't tend to be delayed. So they've gone from 11 cars registered in October 2022 to 2,700 cars registered last month. That's an increase of 24,236%. Excellent. Toyota, who haven't quite outsold Vauxhall this month, but you know, they're doing okay. 3.3% increase. The market though has dropped though because that's not keeping up with the rest of the market. 6.2% to 5.6. Number of cars sold has gone from 8,300 to 8,600. Vauxhall, I drove the new Astra Sports Tourer last month, which was all right. I preferred the previous model personally, but that's just me. I also drove a Toyota GR86, which was one of the worst performing cars on the channel this year, which is a shame because they are superb. Anyway, Vauxhall, they have got a 20% increase. The market share has gone from 5.7 to 6, and the number of cars sold has increased from 7,700 to 9,300. Volkswagen, massive player in our market. It's gone up by about 2%, not as much as it could have done, but that still means they beat, I think, everyone actually, including their friends at Audi. So they've gone from about 12,800 to 13,100. Market share's dropped slightly though because it's not kept up with the overall sales. So 9.5% to 8.5. And then Volvo, last one on the list. 53% increase, gone from 2.2% of the market, 2.9, despite the fact they're saying they're not going to make any more estates in saloons. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,900 to 4,500, and yeah, hopefully they'll do well. Obviously, I'm a Volvo Owners Club member, and I'm sitting in a Volvo now, so you know, I'm a bit biased. Total, yes. So last October, 134,000 cars sold. Last month, about 154,000 cars sold, and that's an increase of 14.3%. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video in the comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more inaccurate and very vague musing.